This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Our devotion for today, April 19th, 2022, is from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 16, verses 9 through 11. Now when he rose early on the first day of the week, he appeared first to Mary Magdalene, from whom he had cast out 7 demons. She went and told those who had been with him, as they mourned and wept. But when they heard that he was alive and had been seen by her, they would not believe it. It's easy for those of us who believe to lose patience with those who do not believe, especially when we have explained our reasons for believing to them. It's easy for us to become upset when we move from all the judgments that we heap upon them for not believing after we have done such a fine job witnessing to the faith. We begin to doubt our own ability to share the gospel with others. We doubt our own ability to teach the gospel in Sunday school or offer our thoughts in Bible study because we feel something must be wrong with us or our ability to share the gospel. Something must be wrong with that. So we back away from volunteering to teach in Sunday school. We doubt our own level of faith, our own measure of faith, and we begin to back away from volunteering to share it. Since no one seems to convert to faith when we do share our faith. My word to you today is to not lose heart. Don't give up. Don't blame yourself. Our devotion points out that when the women came from the tomb to share the good news of Jesus and his resurrection from the grave with his disciples, they did not believe the women. These men, who should have known better, these men who were told on 3 different occasions by Jesus himself that he would die and then rise from the dead, didn't believe the women, which meant they didn't believe Jesus when he told them. These men who couldn't muster even the faith of a mustard seed at the moment simply didn't believe. There was nothing wrong with the women's message. It wasn't in the way it was presented. It wasn't incorrectly presented. The content of their message was not faulty. The issue of unbelief did not lie with the women. The problem lay with the men who heard the message and didn't accept it. Even with all the preparation Jesus took to make it clear to his disciples that he would die and then rise from death to life once more, the disciples simply would not believe it, even after all the miracles that they saw Jesus perform, including his raising of Lazarus from the dead only a week earlier. But they eventually did come to believe. Some believed sooner than others. Thomas seemed to be the last one to believe among the original group. So don't get discouraged or lose heart when you share the gospel and others don't believe it or don't accept it right away. If the people you're sharing the gospel with or teaching it to don't believe it right away, it doesn't mean that they won't down the road. It doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong or that you don't have the faith to do it. The disciples of Jesus finally came around with time and the help of the Holy Spirit. You aren't responsible for anyone's lack of faith, and it isn't your job to make anyone believe. The Holy Spirit will tend to all of that. Your job is simply to share and teach the gospel. Share and teach it to others. And every time you do share and or teach the gospel with and to others, you give the Holy Spirit something to work with in order to affect faith within those who hear what you say. Be patient and share as many times as you can, as many times as it takes, trusting in the power and the work of the Holy Spirit. Consider it an act of love towards the other, towards your neighbor. Go in peace, serve the Lord.